Hi friends, good morning everybody. Today I am coming with a small video regarding INRF. INR you all know, Indian rupee. Here INRF is separate. INRF means I means Indo, N means Nepal, R means remittance, F means facility. Indo-Nepal Remittance Facility Scheme. Some of my banker friends are asking, please go for one video on Indo-Nepal Remittance Facility Scheme, and which was updated by Reserve Bank of India up to September 27, 2023. I want to explain you all. What is Indo-Nepal Remittance Facility Scheme under NEFT ecosystem? The Indo-Nepal Remittance Facility INRF scheme is a cross-border remittance scheme to transfer funds from India to Nepal one way only, enabled under the NEFT ecosystem. The scheme was launched by the Reserve Bank of India in May 2008 to provide a safe and cost-efficient avenue to migrate Nepalese workers in India to remit money back to their families in Nepal. That is the main purpose. It is under NEFT ecosystem, which was updated on September 27, 2023. In August 2021, the scheme was enhanced to boost the trade payments between the two countries and to facilitate payments relating to retirement, pension, etc. to our ex-servicemen who have settled or relocated in Nepal. This is the INRF scheme. What are the salient features of INRF scheme? How much money can I remit under INRF? This is the question. One can remit up to rupees 2 lakhs per transaction to the beneficiary residing in Nepal, provided the sender maintains account with any NEFT enabled bank branch in India. So one should have account with a bank branch, NEFT enabled bank branch in India. Walk-in or non-customer can remit up to rupees 50,000 per transaction to Nepal residing beneficiary. So those who are having account with the bank branches, they can remit 2 lakhs per transaction. Without having our non-customer or walk-in customer, without having any account with the bank, they can remit up to rupees 50,000 per transaction to Nepal residing beneficiary. Is there any limit on number of such transactions? How many such remittances can be sent in a year? This is the doubt usually either customers or bankers are having. Reserve Bank is clarified there is no limit on remittances if the sender is maintaining account with any NEFT enabled bank branch in India. Walk-in or non-customers are allowed to remit 12 remittances in a year with the ceiling of rupees 50,000 per remittance. So those who are having accounts with the banks, they can go for n number of remittances, whereas non-customers or walk-in customers, they can remit only 12 remittances in a year with the ceiling of rupees 50,000 per remittance. Okay, then does the beneficiary need to maintain an account with a bank branch in Nepal? That is the point. That beneficiary, whether he should have the bank account in a Nepal branch. That no, actually this is not mandatory. It would, however, be ideal if the beneficiary maintains an account with a bank branch in Nepal to which the credit could be afforded. In Nepal, the INRF scheme is handled by Nepal SBI Limited. We can say it NSBL. Nepal SBI Limited, NSBL. If the beneficiary does not have a bank account with NSBL or resides in a locality or area in Nepal not serviced by a NSBL bank branch, an arrangement has been entered into by NSBL with a money transfer company in Nepal called Prabhu Money Transfer, who would make arrangements for delivery of cash in Nepalese rupees to the beneficiary. So there will be a tie-up in between NSBL and Prabhu Money Transfer. This is the money transfer company, Prabhu Money Transfer. NSBL and Prabhu Money Transfer is having a tie-up where NSBL is not having their bank branch. Then through Prabhu Money Transfer, the beneficiary will get the amount. Next, what are the documents required to be presented by the remitter? Remitter in India, what are the documents to be presented while sending remittance? If the remitting customer maintains an account with a bank branch in India, there is no need for any additional information, documents or identification. Else, the remitter has to submit documents for proof of identification such as passport, permanent account number, driving license or telephone bill or certificate of identification issued by the employer with photograph and other details. The information will be captured in the NEFT system as part of compliance with KYC. KYC, you know all, know your customer requirements, KYC requirements. Complete address and telephone or mobile number of the beneficiary in Nepal will also be required to trace the beneficiary. How do the transactions flow from India to Nepal and what are the timelines for completion of the transactions? This is most important. Remittances under the scheme for transfer of funds from India to Nepal can be originated from any of the NEFT-enabled bank branches in India. Of course, a list of bank-wise branches participating in the NEFT system is available on the website of RBI. You can go through it for website for knowing whether that NEFT-enabled bank branch or not. The bank branches originating the Indo-Nepal remittance transactions under the NEFT will process it like any other NEFT transaction, the only difference being that these transactions will subsequently be pooled or collected at the designated branch of State Bank of India in India, SBI in India. At the end of the day, the remittance information is conveyed electronically by SBI in a secure mode to NSBL. NSBL already I have told, Nepal State Bank. NSBL then make arrangements for credit to the bank account of the beneficiary if the beneficiary is an account holder of NSBL. Else, NSBL disburse funds in cash to the beneficiary through an authorized money transfer company. That is already I have told, that is Prabhu Money Transfer. The beneficiary has to approach the local branch of the money transfer company, furnish the UTR number, also called the unique transaction reference number, that uniquely identifies a transaction in the NEFT system that can be obtained from the remitter, and produce a photo identity document, generally Nepal citizenship certificate, to prove his identity. If the beneficiary does not approach the money transfer company within a week from the date of the transaction, the money transfer company would make arrangements for return of the remittance to the originator. So, in Nepal, beneficiary should avail that facility, and he has to approach the money transfer company and he has to get the amount. Otherwise, after 1 week, automatically it will be sent back. How does the remittance customer in India know about the branches of NSBL and the outlets of Prabhu Money Transfers? The location and address of NSBL and Prabhu Money Transfer are available in the procedural guidelines for Indo-Nepal Remittance Facility Scheme, as also with the NEFT-enabled branches in India. The list of all the places and addresses and location, everything is available with NEFT-enabled branches in India. The procedural guidelines for Indo-Nepal Remittance Facility Scheme are available on the website of RBI as usual. How does the remitter get back money if it is not delivered to the beneficiary? Already we have seen 1 week they will wait, after 1 week they can remit it back. The amount of remittance will flow back to the originating bank branch in India through the NEFT system, and the bank branch would then communicate to the remitter about return of the remittance. If the remittance was originated by debit to an account, the returned amount will be credited to that account. If the remittance was made by a walk-in customer through a cash deposit, the remitter has to produce evidence of proof of remittance, of course, a counterfile of the remittance application form for getting refund. That is the system and procedure for getting back a returned amount. Then, what are the charges for availing the remittance facility? For transactions up to rupees 50,000, the charges are as follows. Originating bank maximum 5 rupees per transaction. State Bank of India 20 rupees per transaction. SBI would share this 20 rupees with NSBL at 10 rupees each. NSBL would not charge any additional amount for creating the beneficiary if he maintains an account with it. In case the beneficiary does not maintain an account with NSBL, then an additional amount would be charged rupees 50 for remittances up to rupees 5,000 and rupees 75 for remittances above 5,000 rupees. For transactions above 50,000 rupees, charges prescribed by SBI shall apply. As per SBI, whatever their charges, those all will be applicable for more than 50,000 rupees remittances. The charges prescribed by SBI is available on the website of SBI. Suppose any grievance is there, what is the grievance mechanism system in case of Indo Nepal remittance facility scheme? Who can be contacted for redressal of grievances under the scheme? In case any complaints related to non-credit or delay in credit to the beneficiary account, or for complaints of any other nature, the NEFT Customer Facilitation Center CFC of the respective bank, of course the originating bank and or SBI, can be contacted. Details of NEFT CFCs of banks are available on the websites of the respective banks. So we have to go for respective banks websites, then we can come to know what is the customer facilitation center and how to go for it. Everything is available. If the issue is not resolved satisfactorily, the NEFT help desk or contact point of RBI can be approached at NEFT help desk ncc @rbi.org.in. So this is the grievance redressal mechanism. Or bilateral arrangements between bank or non-banks in India and those in Nepal covered under INRF scheme or not? No. The bilateral arrangements between banks or non-banks to handle cross-border transactions between India and Nepal are not covered under the guidelines of the INRF scheme. The INRF scheme exclusively uses NEFT ecosystem for such remittances to Nepal, and as such all NEFT enabled bank branches are already covered under scheme. And I thank you very much for watching INRF scheme and this video, and you are able to now understand Indo-Nepal remittance facility scheme, and whatever you are still having some more doubts, you can go and visit respective bank website or RBI website for further more details. And I thank you very much once again, and please like, share, watch of course, and subscribe if not subscribed already, Suvarna Chundi YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day ahead.